First thing I'm going to do is just rub on some lime juice and let it sit for maybe about 5-10 minutes and then rinse it off under cold running water. Adding a generous amount of Worcestershire sauce is a really good tenderizer for your meat. I'm seasoning my T-bone steak with my go-to seasonings of kosher salt, coarse ground black pepper, some fresh ground garlic, and Worcestershire sauce. Now that I've seasoned my steak, I'm going to cover it in an airtight container. This is a glass dish actually, and I'm going to refrigerate it overnight. I brought my steak to room temperature in preparation for cooking, and what I'm going to do is see this excess marinade and the garlic. I'm just going to gently scrape that off my steak because I'm going to be cooking it initially at a kind of a high heat, and I don't want the garlic to burn. We are going to use that in our sauce though, so we're not going to throw it away. I have my heat on medium high, and if you look closely you'll see a little film of fat right there, and I'm being completely decadent today. That is actually a little bit of bacon fat that I have in there when I last cooked some bacon. So I'm going to use that and a little combination, just a little bit of butter in there. And when the butter melts and it gets nice and hot, I'm going to be putting the steak in. I'm going to sear the steak initially 1 minute on each side, and then I'm going to lower the heat. Real pretty. So this is the marinade with that garlic that I have scraped off. I'm going to put that right into the pot with the steak. And I'm going to lower the temperature. I'm going to lower it to like a medium-low heat. I'm searing the steak again, 1 more minute on each side. But now that all of this has dried down, I'm going to add a little bit of water to the pot. You know, when we were growing up, we used to go on these shopping expeditions. Mommy would take us like maybe once a month. We'd go to Port of Spain to shop on a Saturday. And the first thing that we wanted to do when we got there is to eat. And she used to take us to this restaurant called G's Restaurant that had the most fabulous barbecue steak. So I'm trying to recreate that awesome flavor of that steak. I'm using a store-bought, one of my favorites, Sweet Baby Ray's sweet and spicy barbecue sauce, and I'm just going to slather that all over the steak. Now I'm going to turn the steak over and do the same thing on the other side. And I'm going to squeeze a little bit. Sorry for the noise effects here. My bottle's coming to the end. Now you guys know that I really love my steaks medium rare, but today I'm going to do something a little different. trying to recreate this recipe. So it's going to be a little more on the well side, I would say. And we're getting a nice thickening here on this sauce. I'm just going to spoon over the steak. That looks really good and smells really good too. So you see the sauce has thickened nicely. And I think I'm getting ready to pull this off the heat now. So let's see how we matched up to G's. Feels tender, very tender. It's got a slight bit of pink right there in the middle. Oh my goodness. Super tender. Delicious flavor with the barbecue sauce. Have to go in. Gotta tuck in for another bite. Do you see how easy this is slicing? Simply divine.